Hey guys, Kingkade here, welcome back to another video, and in this video we are going to be seeing how far we can get on a dusty trip. Let's get right into this. So we are going to be trying to beat our previous record, so technically it's 90,000 meters, but if you count the time that we went backwards, then technically it's 150,000. But anyway, we are going to be doing something different because we're actually using a different car. So for this one, we're actually using the flame truck, which we never used. The last time I used this was probably whenever it first released. So let's go ahead and equip this, and now we're going to go ahead and hop into a match where we're also going to be using a different type of wheel. So we're now in the game, so let's go ahead and grab this tank gas right here. So we're not going to be using the regular wheels that come with the car, and we're instead going to be using these wheels over here, because if you go ahead and use these giant wheels over here with the flame truck, it's actually a lot better, because these wheels allow you to grip the ground a lot better with the flame truck, meaning that it's very hard to like spin out of control, and it makes it harder to flip over as well, which is very nice. We now finished building the car. Also, a few updates ago, they did actually fix the engine, so the engine no longer uses like an insane amount of gas, so we should be good. Anyway, let's go ahead and head off. So these wheels are actually very good, which I did accidentally forget to attach anything to the roof, so we're gonna have to go ahead and stop at a building and attach something to the roof, just so it's a lot easier to flip over if we do accidentally flip over. Also, this car goes extremely fast though, so with this engine, look at the like thing right there, we're going insanely fast already, so that's an upside to this car. And since we're going very fast, it's very easy to spin out of control, and that's why we have the big wheels on, because the big wheels allow us to not spin out of control, which is very good. And we already flipped over, so that kind of stings. Only made it 2,000 meters. But anyway, let's go ahead and flip it back over. So apparently an easy way to flip this over is we take the wheels off on one side, and then we pretty much just push it. So let's go ahead and try it, and then we just go ahead and push it probably right here, I believe. And no, let's go ahead and try it from the back. So it did take a while, but I heard that if you go ahead and push it next to the road, and if we go ahead and push it right here, then it should flip over pretty easily. And we were able to flip it over right there. Awesome. So I don't really think I did it how I was supposed to. I kind of just kept shaking it until it eventually flipped over, but it looked like it did work, which it should be a lot easier once we go ahead and put stuff on the roof of it, and then flipping it over will be much easier. Well, we went ahead and rebuilt the car, so now we can go ahead and start driving again. But anyway, we need to find a building soon because we're already almost out of hunger, which is actually quite insane. I did go AFK for quite a while back there trying to look it up. But anyway, we need food, and we also need to put something on the roof as well so that we can easily flip it over next time. We now found a gas station, so let's go ahead and park our car over here, and let's go ahead and loot it up. So it looks like there's not too much. There is some food in a toilet, which I mean, it has pretty much everything we need, not gonna lie. Like, it doesn't have too much there, but it has food, and it has something that we can go ahead and attach to the roof if we can go ahead and avoid these people. So there we go. And I just realized we are out of water. That kind of stinks, but anyway, we have something on the roof now, and we went ahead and got some food. So now let's go ahead and drive all the way to the 5,000 meter mark, and let's go ahead and cross the bridge. We now made it to 5,000 meters, so let's go ahead and pull up, and we did accidentally almost fall off the edge, so that kind of stunk. So let's go ahead and stop here because let's check if we need more gas. Also, I did stop at a store and I found a water container, so that's pretty nice. So now we're stacked on water again, and it's actually already almost gone. Dang, we need to go ahead and hurry so then our water doesn't run out. But anyway, let's go ahead and check our gas. We should still have quite a bit, and we do still have tons of gas, so we don't even need to worry about that. So let's just go ahead and fill it up a little bit, and then we'll just go ahead and drive all the way to 15,000 meters and then loot up over there. So there we go, that should be good. We don't even need to fill it up all the way. So now let's go ahead and keep driving. We gotta make sure that we do go slow on this part, because if we go too fast, we are probably gonna end up falling over. But it looks like we were able to cross the bridge pretty easily, so that's pretty nice. But pretty much what we're gonna do now is we're gonna drive all the way to 10,000 meters without stopping. We now made it to 10,000 meters, so we should be able to get through this area pretty easily though. But anyway, once we pass this area, we're gonna go ahead and drive straight to 15,000 meters, and we aren't gonna switch to a V8 engine because our current engine, I believe, is better than a V8 engine. I'm not entirely sure, but I think it is better. So we'll go ahead and stay with our current engine, but we will go ahead and stack up on gas because there is tons of gas there, which we are gonna need. But anyway, we were able to pass the 10,000 meter mark very easily, so let's just go ahead and drive straight to 15,000 meters. We now made it to 15,000 meters, so let's go ahead and quickly stop. We were going way too fast right there. But anyway, we went ahead and stopped, and the truck should be pretty easy to flip over since it is at like a big slant right now. So there we go right there. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and stack up on gas and water, because since this car does go very fast, it uses a lot of water. It doesn't use too much gas, but it kind of like drains the water like super fast. So we're gonna go ahead and stack up on that, and of course all this gas right here, because this is a crazy amount. Which, let's actually go ahead and check our gas. So we still have quite a bit. We only use like maybe 2 liters gas since the 5,000 meter checkpoint, so that means once we get a full tank of gas, we should be good for like the entire trip. We now went ahead and stacked up our car, so we have all this water right here. We went ahead and filled up our water, and actually I forgot to grab oil, so we'll go and do that real quick, but we also have a full tank of gas. So we'll go ahead and top it off on oil. We won't take any of these canisters because we can just go ahead and get them at the ghost town. So let's go ahead and fill it up, even though we barely used any oil right there. And now let's head all the way over to the ghost town. So they actually moved the ghost town. It used to be at 20,000 meters, but they now moved it to 25,000 meters. So that pretty much just means that we'll have to travel a little bit farther before we actually get to the ghost town. We now made it to 25,000 meters, so let's go ahead and stop the car. So I did have to go ahead and restart the run, but we did go ahead and make it back. We did pretty much the exact same thing as before, and that is why my car looks a little bit different. But I did make sure to grab an RPG, and we also found an upgraded radiator, so that is pretty nice. Even though this upgraded radiator, it doesn't fully like stop this from overheating, but it's still pretty good. I did bring some C4, but I guess it's gone now. Anyway, let's go and kill these people. I absolutely missed my first shot right there. And anyway, let's get them all near us. So there we go. We got almost all of them. Let's shoot an RPG straight down, and look at this giant pile of them. That is crazy. Let's go and keep running. Try to make sure that we don't die. If we can kill this horde right here, that would be pretty cool. Alright, we'll go ahead and respawn. We actually killed quite a bit of them though. So let's go ahead and revive, and they should all be there for a second. But yeah, look at all these people that I killed. And there we go. They all went ahead and despawned. And there's our RPG over there. That's probably the closest that I got to defeating the ghost town with a singular RPG, because we actually killed quite a few of them. Anyway, let's go ahead and move our truck a little bit closer though. And now let's go ahead and stop it up here. And now let's go ahead and loot up. So let's go ahead and grab all this stuff right here. Almost all of it. And dang, a stack of bottle caps. We'll go and take that. So we're mostly going to stack up on water. We will take a few canisters of oil because we will eventually need them. Let's go and check. And yeah, we used a little bit, not too much. So we'll take like 3 canisters of oil and then the rest of the water, because we don't really need gas because our gas goes down very slowly. Like this right here is probably enough to make it to like 200,000 meters. And gas is also very easy to find. So for if some reason we start running low, we can easily find more. We also found a rocket engine. So I guess I will use this. I'll go ahead and risk it, even though this could possibly cost us the entire run. I'll go ahead and attach it to the back. We also found an 8-slot backpack, which is crazy. These things are extremely rare. Let's go ahead and grab that. So now if I go ahead and place down my backpack, it's a much bigger. So here it is right here, looking pretty nice. There are a few downsides to this, such as we can no longer get any more of these rope guns right here, because this backpack is way too big to go ahead and place on the tower, but we can fit so many more things. So that's pretty nice to have because those are so extremely rare. We now finished stacking up on loot, and this is what our car is looking like right here. We do have 2 of the brand new rocket engines, so I believe they're facing the correct way. So we'll go ahead and test those out in just a second. So anyway, let's go ahead and hop in our car, and let's go ahead and start driving though. So we have everything attached to it. So let's just go ahead and start driving. Let's speed up quite a bit. Let's try to find kind of a clear space, and I think right here is good. Let's go ahead and flip both of the levers, and okay, that did not work. Alright, our car is going crazy right now, and yeah, that did not work. Let's go ahead and make sure both of those are off, and now let's go ahead and hop out. So that did not work as planned. So yeah, I don't think these rocket boosters are too good. Right whenever we turn them on, they already messed up. So yeah, that kind of stinks. We'll go ahead and take those off. If y'all know a good way to use these rocket engines, please let me know in the comments, because every time I try them, they don't work correctly and they just make our car go crazy. But anyway, now what we're doing is we're just gonna see how far we can drive, because we don't really need anything. We're pretty much stacked up on everything. So yeah, we don't really need to make any more stops. So now we're just gonna see if we can make it to 50,000 meters. We now reached 40,000 meters, and we actually found another radio tower, which is actually pretty cool. I thought this was only at the 20,000 meter checkpoint, but I guess they're every 20,000 meters. So we'll probably find another one at 60,000 meters as well. And dang, there's usually some pretty good loot in this, but it looks like there's none this time. But anyway, let's just go and keep driving, and let's see how long it takes us to get to 50,000 meters. We now just passed 50,000 meters, and we're still going pretty good, and we're still pretty stacked up on fuel and everything else. I just checked, we still have 53 liters of gas, so we're still doing very good, and we still have tons of oil and tons of water left. And we are going so fast that sometimes our engine does overheat, even though we do still have tons of water, which we are going very slow right now because there is a windstorm, which is like pushing our car backwards. But anyway, now let's go and see if we can make it to 100,000 meters. We now just passed 90,000 meters, which is insane, and we sadly did flip our car over just now. But yeah, so 90,000 meters, that was our previous record. So all the distance that we make now will be our new record. So this is technically our best record. And hold up, let's actually go ahead and stop our car. And no, it's rolling away. Luckily, it is rolling away very slowly. And no, it's going super fast now. All right, hopefully it crashes into a cactus or something. We gotta go ahead and grab this wheel. And hopefully it doesn't fall off the map, because if it falls off the map, then we're done for. So let's just hope we're able to find it. We now ran 200 meters and it's not looking good. I don't see our van at all. And I did have my headlights on, so we would see a little small spot with light if we do go ahead and see it. So I'm just really hoping that it didn't fall off the map, because we already made it 90,000 meters. I now see a little small beam of light straight ahead, so I'm hoping that's our car. I don't really know what else it would be, and I'm hoping that's not close to the edge of the map. I'm hoping that it hit a cactus or something, because it is possible that it's like right on the edge of the map, and then right whenever we put this wheel on, it could fall off. And alright, it does look like it hit something, which is actually very good. That would have been very bad if it somehow fell off the map, which actually didn't even hit anything. And no, it didn't hit anything. I think it's just flat enough that it just stopped, which is actually good, because there's actually no more rocks or cactuses this far out, and if it kept rolling, it would have fell off the edge of the map. So I'm super glad that stopped, or else we would have had to restart this entire run. Anyway, let's go in, let's flip this lever so it doesn't continue rolling, and now let's go and put this wheel on, and there we go. And now we should be good to go ahead and head all the way to 100,000 meters though. But we're gonna go ahead and fill these up, because the farther that we travel, the more laggier that the game starts to be. I'm not really too sure why, but the farther we go, the game just starts to like glitch out more. So we gotta make sure that we fill these up, because if we get far enough, it's probably not even gonna let us grab some stuff. That's actually how I lost my previous run, where I got to 90,000 meters. It wouldn't let me pick anything else up, and I wasn't able to refuel on oil and water, so we just had to end the run. So we want to make sure that those are fueled up, and now let's go ahead and drive all the way to 100,000 meters. We're now almost at 100,000 meters, which is actually quite insane. And then this radio tower is marking it, so there we go, we just hit 100,000 meters. That is awesome. Let's actually go ahead and stop the car, and let's go and see what is inside there. And also, for some reason, oh, a meteor shower is over there. All right, hopefully one of those doesn't hit our car. They actually got kind of close, but anyway, it looks like this building right here is actually in the middle of the road, which is quite weird. But anyway, it looks like we got Michael Jackson in here, and then another one. Yeah, not really too sure why that's in the middle of the road. But anyway, now that we're at 100,000 meters, let's see if there's anything good in this building. It's probably not special because it's at 100,000 meters, and yeah, nothing good in here. There is some blue paint that's kind of glitched. Yeah, nothing too good in here overall, but the game is becoming a lot more laggy and like glitched out the farther we go. So I'm super glad that we made it to 100,000 meters. Also, the record is 138,000 meters, so hopefully we can beat that, and hopefully we can claim the world record, because that would be pretty cool. But anyway, whenever we start driving fast, the map really starts to glitch out. So as we start to speed up, you can kind of see the map is becoming glitched, which it doesn't make anything like bad happen. The only thing that happens because of this is that it makes it really hard to see upcoming rocks. But yeah, as you can see, it is kind of like glitching. It doesn't stop us from moving. But yeah, so it is very annoying though driving like this, because it is very difficult to see upcoming rocks, and it makes it a lot easier to flip over. But yeah, as you can see, it's very glitched, even all the way up there. So it's just kind of like waves right now, and there we go, random rock. I mean, it is pretty easy to flip over, but it is pretty annoying to have to hop out. And luckily we didn't flip over right there, which is very surprising. And it kind of feels like my car is at a slant, and I think I actually lost a wheel. And never mind, the wheel is actually on my windshield somehow. Anyway, let's go and hop out and let's fix this. So yeah, I don't even know how that happened. It kicked it out from there and then attached it to my windshield. So let's go and grab this, and hopefully we can put it back. Sometimes it does glitch whenever this happens. No, it looks like we can't put it back. Let's go ahead and re-grab it and get very close. And yeah, it looks like we can't put it back. That really stinks. If one of the parts from your car like gets detached whenever you crash into something, then it usually breaks and you can't put it back. It often happens for doors. So it happens for doors all the time, especially whenever it gets struck by lightning and a solar eclipse event. That's pretty cool. But anyway, we can't put our wheel back, which really stings, because I was really looking forward to trying to beat the world record, because that would have been awesome. But yeah, sadly we can't put it back in there. Yeah, this is the farthest distance we made it though. Technically we did make it like 150,000 meters, but it didn't show at the top. So technically this is our record so far, so that is pretty nice. But anyway, that is how we made it to 100,000 meters though. So sadly we can't put this on. It is impossible. We would have to completely restart this entire run. But anyway, it's a new personal record, so it turned out pretty well. But anyway, that is gonna be all for this video, so make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and on post notifications, and I will see you all in the next video.